Now, the UEFA Champions League semi-final first leg between AC Milan and City rivals Inter Milan is currently ongoing with a score of 2-0 to Inter Milan. Joy Sports team is currently at Oliver Twist in Latebiokoshi as part of the Joy Sports PAP series. Let's now cross over live to Latebiokoshi and speak to my colleague Razak Musbau and get a sense of the vibe over there. Razak, if you can hear us, what's the vibe at Oliver Twist in Latebiokoshi?
Well, Danny, welcome to Oliver Twist back here all the way in Latebiokoshi. Of course, the game between Inter Milan and AC Milan is currently 2-0 in favor of AC Milan. Early goals in favor of Inter Milan. Pardon me. 2 early goals by Inter Milan, in the first 15 minutes. Edin Dzeko and Mkhitaryan, forward. The all-for-one player, Manchester United, got the goals for Inter Milan. Currently, AC Milan are trying all they can to equalize. Tonali came very close, entered the post the early half of the second half. But since then, AC Milan have tried, but haven't been quite successful in getting the back of the net. Lukaku was coming to the game for Inter Milan, and he's proved a little dangerous in the attacking front of Inter Milan. But at the moment, the game looks like it's almost going to end. Like it started, but for the environment here at the Oliver Twist track is exciting and free. So many people, quite a lot of people have turned up here, and you can just see behind me, quite a lot of people heavily glued to the screen, the large screen here, and enjoying the game. There's a wonderful atmosphere here. You can see Oliver Twist. I think great place. You've been here before, then you need to have a good idea of how much of a serene, wonderful viewing experience people are having here, Daniel.
Yeah, Razak, I had to let you go there so I could sit here in your place. But just give us a sense. We know that there are not too many Italian football fans in this part of the world, but I'm sure the two teams have treated them to some good football, and the guys at Oliver Twist are having some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. The game has been really decent. Like I mentioned, in the first 15 minutes of the game, that's when AC Milan of Kiev have lost a bit of concentration, which gave Inter Milan the space to try and explore, the few opportunities that hit their way. And since then, AC Milan have been coming into the game, they've improved their defensive work, and for Inter Milan, they keep asking the questions to try and get a third. In fact, a penalty was called early in the first half, but after a VR review, it has to be cancelled. But for that, Inter Milan would have been out by 3 goals to 0. Just hearing from some of the fans, they were surprised to see Inter Milan go 2 goals to nothing in the early embers of the game like that, especially for an AC Milan side that defeated Napoli, the Italy champions. They were expecting some, a bit more scientific contest. Yeah. Maybe that's what we are seeing since the second goal was scored. And at the moment, we're just waiting to see whether AC Milan can at the very least pull one back. And the last 10 minutes or so, we're going to see a real excitement to the field. At the moment, it doesn't appear AC Milan are struggling. And for Inter Milan, they are trying all they can to hold on to the 2-goal lead and hopefully come next week get sail into the finals of the Champions.
Thank you very much, Razak Musbau, having fun at Oliver Twist in Latebiokoshi as part of the Joy Sports PAP series. But let's do some basketball now, and the Los Angeles Lakers will look to finish off their best-of-7 Western Conference semi-final series against the Golden State Warriors in the early hours of Thursday at the Chase Center. Now, the Lakers lead the series 3-1 after edging the Warriors 104-101 in Game 4 in Los Angeles on Monday. Let's join in studio by Joy Sports' Michelle Quino, just to give us some perspective on tonight's game. Michelle, the Warriors could be out if they lose tonight's game. They are defending champions of the NBA. What exactly does tonight's game mean for them?
I'm looking at it from 2 angles. First of all, the individual angle about the debates between LeBron James and Steph Curry, who has had a better career. No doubt at the moment, obviously, it is LeBron James, but for argument's sake, the argument will have to go on in terms of the longevity, especially if you look at how Steph Curry has had the edge over LeBron James in the NBA Finals, and these two have met in the Finals. Yeah. But let's switch this argument to the team side, because currently they are having a 3-1 series lead over the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully the slides will come on the screen at the moment. And this 3-1 series lead, let me just break it down a bit for our non-NBA fans. The Finals, the playoffs are played over a 7-game series, and the first team to win 4 games wins the tie, in quotes. So currently, the 3-1 series for the Lakers. Obviously, what they need to do is to win game 5, and they're going to play game 5 at the home, the stable at the home ground court of
Golden State Warriors.
the Golden State Warriors. So basically, all they need to do is just win that game 5. If they can't win the game 5, they need to win game 6 and hope they don't get into that crucial game 7. So yes, it's only been 277 times a team has this deficit has been in the NBA, and after that 277 times, it has been 10 in favor of the losing side. Only 13 counts, and after those 13 counts, guess what? The Warriors did that in only 2016. So they've been in this position before, and it's possible for them to turn it around, especially if you look at that firepower of Curry. Yes, in Curry's last game, his overall shooting record wasn't good, but he had a triple-double, over 31 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. But still in 2016, LeBron James also turned around a 3-1 deficit to the Golden State Warriors in that same year.
That was in the finals.
That was also in the finals. And to tell you this, LeBron James has not lost a 3-1 series lead for 17 times he's been in it. This is the 18th time. Out of the last 17, he has not lost a series lead. So it's going to be, if you look at the balance of everything, how everything is playing out, it's going to be really difficult for the Golden State Warriors to turn it around. But it's not impossible because especially if you look at how their game has turned around, has changed a bit. You know, they are very 3 points dominant. They did that in the first game and the second game. But one thing we realized in the third game was that they tried to enter the paint more. There were a number of plays of the Golden State Warriors whereby they had 2 of their guys in the paint. Let's say Gary Payton and Green. And from those 2, they also had the third guy coming in with a dribble, fake a layup, and pass it on either to Green or Payton, who all then put that ball into the basket.
Let's talk about the LA Lakers for now, okay? This seems like a shock because they almost like snuck into the playoffs against all odds. They made it through the first round. Now they are facing the Golden State Warriors. It looked like this was the time they were going to be kicked out. But now they find themselves in a pretty comfortable position. Apart from LeBron James, we know that he's a star man. But he cannot do it alone. Who are the guys who are aiding this team and basically dragging this team, and it looks like all the way to the finals?
Great question, because in the game, in Game 4, it was Lonnie Walker, the fourth, who did that for the Lakers in the fourth quarter. He put out 15 points alone in that fourth quarter. And why is this important? Because going into the fourth quarter, the Golden State Warriors were on a run. They had a double-digit lead over the Lakers. And let me just start. We know, you already mentioned LeBron James, but Anthony Davis is one other guy many Lakers fans are counting on to push this side far. In the first half of that game, he had 19 points. But in the second half of the game, he had just 4 points. And that is the downside about Anthony Davis, the fact he can just switch off when the team is really relying on him. And so there have been 2 occasions where the Lakers have had some of their, let's say, rotation guys step up from them. I already mentioned Lonnie Walker in that other game. And also in the tie against the Grizzlies, Anthony Reeves, he was the one who took center stage to make sure that they overcame that series. And so they have some other good names in there like Vanderbilt and also Russell, who they are also going to count on. He's also been very great for them in this series and also one of their lead scorers in this Golden State Warriors series.
Thank you very much, Michelle Quenu. My name is Daniel Cranting. Thank you for watching Prime Sports. Sports Bites is next.